Welcome to the School Leaders Podcast. My name is Dr. Gastred Harrigan, the podcast for current and emerging school leaders, those who support and supervise them. You will hear from passionate educational leaders who are transforming their schools, communities, and creating positive outcomes for students. I will also share my personal reflections and tips from over 15 years as a school leader. Together, we will talk about how to level up our schools and leadership practices. Hello, welcome to the School Leaders Podcast, where every episode ignites the leader in you. This is your host, Dr. Gastred Harrigan. Thank you for making the School Leaders Podcast part of your growth journey. John Maxwell proclaimed that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. When John referred to influence, he's talking about influence in the area of purpose, value, and making a positive impact. Influence is what helps fulfill the goals and dreams of the leader. Without influence, a leader lacks the ammunition to reach his or her destination. In Atomic Habits, James Clear explained that if you just get 1% better each day, you'll end up with results that are nearly 37 times better after 1 year. He called these small changes or habits atomic habit. An atomic habit is a little habit that is part of a larger system. Just as atoms are part of a building blocks of molecules, atomic habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. As a leader, we can develop habits or find better ways to improve our influence, which in turn will improve our leadership, so we could become better leaders, 37 times better in 1 year, according to James Clear. In today's episode, I'm going to share 23 ways to be a better school leader. But before we get too deep in today's episode, I want to encourage you to join the School Leaders Podcast community on Facebook. There we continue and extend our conversation from the episode. Also, don't forget to check out my website at www.drgharrigan.com. That's drgharrigan.com. There you can listen to the podcast, read the monthly blog, and sign up for our monthly newsletter. I would like to thank all of you who are listening to and sharing the podcast on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or wherever you are online. Thank you. When you share the podcast, please tag me so I can personally thank you. Many of you who listen to the podcast do not follow or subscribe. If you find value in this podcast, please take a moment right now to follow or subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to it and share this episode. Don't forget to also leave a 5-star rating and a positive comment. When you do so, it helps other listeners to find the podcast. Let's get started. As the school year begins, I want to challenge you in 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 1, pause more and react less. As a school leader or a principal, I can tell you that my days are filled with constant interruption. A student needs something right away. A fight in the hallway or in the cafeteria, or a parent who comes in without an appointment and demand to see the principal, or he or she will call the superintendent's office. A teacher who is in crisis and needs someone to speak with. My day is filled with interruptions and a constant pull on every direction. But it is important as a school leader or a principal, assistant principal, you prioritize and find time to pause, not just react to everything that happens. Think of your day as a busy intersection. Without proper signals or pauses, everything collides. But by planning short breaks, like a red light, you can pause, assess, and proceed smoothly without rushing or crushing into stress. We need to find space to pause and reflect. By pausing and reflecting, it would allow you to recharge your leadership battery, renew your soul by changing your pace. Pausing allows you to become a better leader. Pause more and react less. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 2, listen with curiosity. Successful school leaders and principals are great listeners. Great leaders are active listeners. They listen to their team members. They listen to their parents, staff, stakeholders with an open mind and actively seek the opinions and feedback of others. They understand that communication is not just about speaking, but communication is also about listening. To build trusting relationship with your teachers, with staff, students, even parents, you have to learn to be an active listener. Today, listen with curiosity. Number 3, adapt quickly and pivot. The only guarantee in life is that everything changes. The only guarantee in life is that everything changes. In your career, you will likely already witness and experience significant changes. New educational models, new superintendent, new director, new principal, new management, new political conditions. Market conditions are changing. New charter school are opening near you and changing your demographic and student population. New executive leadership team. These factors and more are always changing. The difficult thing about change is that we don't know what shape it will take in education or in our business or in life until it happens. To be successful in the current educational landscape, you have to learn quickly, adapt, and pivot as needed. Success requires school leaders to anticipate change so they can prepare for it. And your ability to adapt or pivot to the change become critical to your success and to your longevity as a school leader or principal. Jimmy Jean once said, "I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sail to always reach my destination." One thing I can tell you is failure is guaranteed if you remain on autopilot. Lack of preparation followed by lack of adaptation in the changing educational landscape will lead you to failure. Adapt quickly and pivot as often as needed. 23 ways to become a better school leader. Number 4, be approachable. So many parents complain that they cannot speak to their administrator or their principal. It is very important that you are approachable. To be approachable, I recommend these 4 things. Number 1, be present and visible. Visibility builds trust and reduces intimidation. When leaders spend time in the hallways, classroom, cafeteria, people feel more comfortable approaching them. Number 2, practice active listening. When someone speaks, put down your cell phone, close your laptop, maintain eye contact, ask clarifying questions, and summarize what you've heard. Number 3, communicate with warmth and transparency. Use open body language, smile, uncross your arm. Keep your door literally open when possible, and explain the why behind difficult decisions, even the tough one. Number 4, show empathy and humanity. Share your own challenges occasionally. Ask about people's family, what's going on in their lives, milestones, even how their weekend went. Approachable school leaders don't just say that their door is open, but they create intentional habits of being visible, listening, empathy, communication, and shared voice. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 5, go offline and explore. Every so often, I turn off my phone and social media to focus on being present. It could be being present at home, being present in the office, being present in a meeting, spending time with my family. It could be a vacation or a staycation. It is important that you turn off your cell phone, turn off your laptop, and explore the world, the city around you. Take a break. Take a moment to rejuvenate and renew your strength and commitment by exploring new opportunities. Number 6, practice mindfulness. School leaders face constant high-stake decisions, whether it is discipline, parent concerns, teacher support, resource allocation. Stress can cloud your judgment. But mindfulness helps you recharge your leadership battery and renew your soul and mind. School leadership is hard work, ladies and gentlemen, and isolating. But by practicing mindfulness will help you improve your decision making under pressure. Mindfulness, ladies and gentlemen, strengthens focus and emotional regulation, allowing leaders to pause, reflect, and choose thoughtful response rather than reacting impulsively. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 7, know yourself more. Successful principals know themselves. Know thyself. When school leaders know their strength, blind spots, values, triggers, they can lead with authenticity rather than pretense. Staff and students are more likely to trust and follow a leader who is genuine and consistent, not someone who wears a mask depending on the situation. They shift based on the conditions. Knowing yourself helps you lead with authenticity and manage relationship wisely. These are two essential characteristics for you to be effective in school leadership. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 8, monitor your ego. When leaders let ego drive their decision, they may dismiss input from teachers, students, and parents. This creates distance and erode trust. When you manage or monitor your ego, it allows you to listen, value diverse perspective, and foster a culture of collaboration, showing the school community that leadership is not about me, but it is about we. Managing your ego keep leaders humble, collaborative, and student focused. These are the qualities that will help sustain a strong school culture. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 9, fail fast forward. As a school leader, you face constant change. New curriculum, new technology, student needs, change in the accountability measures. Waiting for a perfect plan slows progress. When school leaders experiment, learn from mistakes quickly, and adjust, they create a culture of innovation. Staff and students see that it is safe to try something new, even fail and grow. If you're going to create exponential growth or improve student outcome, you will need to experiment, fail sometime, learn, and readjust and move forward. Failing fast forward helps school leaders innovate quicker and model resiliency. Ultimately, drive continuous improvement for the whole school community. Number 10, embrace the suck. Embrace the suck. Leadership isn't always glamorous. There are tough conversations, discipline issues, budget cuts, and setbacks that you have to address. Avoiding the hard stuff only makes it worse. When school leaders lean into the difficulty, they build resiliency, grit, and perspective. These qualities help strengthen your leadership and inspire others to persevere. Embracing the suck means leaning into difficulty instead of resisting it, because that's where resiliency, growth, innovations are born. Number 11, serve others. Successful school leaders are servant leaders. Principals are servant leaders. When leaders put the needs of teachers, students, and families first, they earn respect and loyalty. People follow leaders who they know are genuinely for them, not just above them. When principals serve others, they create a culture of trust. They make staff more open to feedback. They motivate students, and parents are more supportive. What I have observed is that school leaders or principals who serve others build trust, empower growth, and model the kind of leadership that transform the entire school culture. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 12, promote family time. School leadership is demanding, ladies and gentlemen, and without balance, burnout comes quickly. Encouraging family time or spending time with family help leaders recharge mentally and emotionally. School leaders, principals, assistant principals who make space for family return to school refreshed with clear focus and stronger emotional resiliency. Number 14, choose a growth mindset. Your mindset is vital to your growth. To grow as a leader, you must understand that growth happens by what you do today, not tomorrow. You must strive to get a little better each day at your craft. You must strive to get a little better each day at your craft and how you work with others. Dave Ramsey stated that organizations are not limited by their opportunities. Rather, they are limited by their leaders. As the leader of your organization, of your school, of your department, your mindset about your continual growth in your role, in your profession, has a huge impact on whether the organization, the department, or the school grows. The growth of the school, of the department, or organization depend on whether the principal or the school leader is growing and developing. When the leader grows, everyone wins. It starts with your mindset. 23 ways to be a better leader. Number 15, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Leadership can be exhausting. External pressures like test scores, budget cuts, unreasonable accountabilities often cloud the mission. Listening to your heart reconnects you with your passion for student and your purpose as an educator. When I think of teachers who change or touch my life, I am re-energized to fight harder to make sure my students experience the same care and opportunity as I did. Number 16, have backstage integrity. The preparation, discipline, and character you practice backstage will show up when you are in front of students, staff, and parents. If integrity is missing behind the scene, cracks will eventually show in public. Successful principals or school leaders who maintain honesty, fairness, accountability, and private decision lead with confidence and credibility in public. Backstage integrity, ladies and gentlemen, means that your leadership is real, consistent, and trustworthy, whether the spotlight is on you or not. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 17, have difficult talks. When school leaders or principals or assistant principals avoid addressing performance issues, conflicts, or inappropriate behaviors, those issues usually grow, and morale, culture, and student learning usually suffers. Have difficult talks means tackling the tough talk early prevents small sparks from turning into fire. For example, a principal who directly addressed repeated lateness with a teacher early on prevented from becoming a pattern that frustrates colleagues and affect student learning. Having the difficult talks prevent bigger problems and build a culture of honesty, respect, and trust. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 18, inspire growth. Growth unlocks potential in people and sustains school improvement. Teachers, staff, students often don't realize how much they are capable of until someone believes in them and challenges them to stretch. A leader who inspires growth helps others see beyond their current limits. Schools don't get better by chance. They improve because principals and school leaders inspire people to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Without growth, schools stagnate. For example, a principal who encourages a hesitant teacher to lead a professional learning session, to lead a PD session, helps unlock leadership capacity in that teacher, and that benefits the whole school community. When principals and school leaders inspire growth, they unleash hidden potential and ensure lasting school improvement. Number 19, use common sense. Schools are complex ecosystems. While policies and procedures matter, but rigidly following them without practical wisdom can frustrate staff, students, and families. Using common sense helps leaders balance rules with fairness. Common sense cut through the noise and keep focus on what truly matters, which is student success and well-being. Using common sense make a school leader fair, practical, and clear. These qualities every school community values. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 20, listen with empathy. Teachers, students, and families want to feel heard, not just managed. When leaders listen with empathy, they show genuine care for people's experiences and emotions. For example, a principal who listens with empathy to a frustrated teacher doesn't just hear the complaint coming from the teacher. They acknowledge the stress the teacher's under. They validate the teacher's feeling, and together they work on finding solution. Listening with empathy help principals and school leaders build trust, make wiser, people-centered decisions. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Number 21, mentor and coach. Coaching focuses on growth. When school leaders mentor and coach instead of only supervising, staff feels supported rather than judged. For example, a principal who mentors a struggling new teacher through regular check-ins and classroom visit will help that teacher thrive and grow instead of burning out and eventually quitting. When principals and school leaders mentor and coach, teachers usually feel invested in. Staff take more leadership roles, and the school becomes stronger in the long run. Mentoring and coaching help school leaders multiply leadership and inspire growth by lifting people and the school as a whole. 23 ways to be a better school leader. 22, be purpose-driven. As principals, we face a whirlwind of decision daily, whether it is discipline issues, budget constraints, curriculum shifts, parent complains. Without a clear purpose, it is easy to get swept away by urgency and lose sight of what truly matters. When you are purpose-driven, you lead from a place of conviction. You make decisions that reflects your values, not just your calendar. Purpose becomes your compass, especially when the path gets foggy. So if you are a school leader or a principal listening to me today, ask yourself, what's my why? Because when you lead with purpose, you don't just change policies, you change lives. 23 ways to be a better school leader. 23, take good care of you. As principals or school leaders or assistant principals, we give constantly. We give our times, our energy, our empathy, even our weekends. But here's the truth. If you don't refill, you will burn out. If you don't refill, you will burn out. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's strategic. When you are rested, nourished, mentally grounded, you lead with clarity and compassion. Your team feels it. Your students feel it, and most importantly, you feel it. So if you are running on fumes, this is your nudge. Take that walk. Say no to one more meeting. Protect your peace, because when you take good care of yourself, you take better care of everyone else. 23 ways to be a better school leader. Thank you for tuning in to the School Leaders Podcast. Until next time, lead well, live well. If you know anyone who can benefit from this episode, please share it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me today. Please consider subscribing to the podcast. Leave a 5-star rating and a comment. Share this episode with a friend and on social media. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for leadership ideas and tips. Again, thank you for joining me today. Until next time.